Okay, we in focus. Okay, cool. Hi, what's up? How's it going? So as you guys know, thanks to you guys, I am currently able to buy myself expensive art supplies and I'm able to be a full-time YouTuber. But also, as you guys know, it was not always that way, honey. Like most people, you know, back when I was in high school, back when I was in college, back when I was in post-college, you know, I was very, very broke and I was struggling, honey. I couldn't afford my books, let alone expensive art supplies, you know what I'm saying? I had to make do with what I had and I had to get very creative along the way. And today, guys, I'm going to be sharing all of those tips that I learned with you guys. This video is going to be for every artist, young, old, poor, broke, new, professional, everybody. If you're not an artist, share this with an artist you know. If you are an artist, buckle up, get ready, because we're about to start. Okay, so for this very first tip, sometimes you guys read me to filth for this tip. And this tip is using whiteout Dollar Tree correction pens in place of a traditional pen highlight. Now let me zoom you in. What I have here is pretty much like the basic collection of highlights that you see all over the internet and on YouTube. So we got like the Prismacolor, we have the famous Jelly Roll pen. Yeah, how you doing? We have my personal favorite, which I'm not too sure what these are called. It's made by Mitsubishi, apparently. So we have these three, and then I'm gonna go in with the correction pen, which I told you guys about. God, I love that. But you guys can clearly see like the difference right off the bat of like how saturated this is, because basically it's white paint that's designed to go over pens and inks and paper and stuff like that, and dry completely on top, completely opaque. So yeah, do you see how bright that is compared to everything else? Ooh, she's nice. And the best part is, guys, is how cheap it is compared to all its competitors. Like, I personally love to use this as a highlight. Now for this next trick, my good friend Xabio Arts blew my mind with this next trick. Like, I was seriously in shock when I saw this.
This is a stick of graphite. I'll show you a cool trick. This is how people get drawings onto canvas paintings. So I did that. Now I need to position it where I want, and I just trace over where I want it to go. I hope this works. It's gonna suck if it... Hope it worked. Hey, it worked. Cool.
Basically, when you have a drawing that you worked very, very hard on, and you want to transfer it to a new piece of paper, maybe a better piece of paper, maybe watercolor paper, you get a piece of graphite, as shown here. You're gonna cover up the whole entire drawing with said graphite. You're gonna shake off the excess, and you're gonna trace your initial design kind of hard. And bada bing, bada boom, you have the design right here, ready to go. Of course, you do it more detailed and not like mine. Okay, so now for this next tip, it's not something that I actually learned in college, it's not something I learned in high school, it's actually something I learned from YouTube. So the trick is whenever you have some colored pencils that, you know, they might not be the best, or, you know, they might not have the best color layout, well, here's a very sneaky way to make them amazing. So see here, we have just the regular pencil, you know, she's chilling. But if you put her in some water and just let her sit for a little bit, I'd say about like maybe 5-ish minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. Yeah, look at that. Now, I'm not too sure exactly why this happens, but I think the water breaks down something in the pencil and pretty much only leaves the pigment, thus giving us a much darker version of it than what we had. So, yeah. Whoa, look at that angle change, Vex 2.0. So for this next tip, it's definitely gonna be for my realistic artist out there, and it's how I personally preserve all of my tortillons. I don't have to buy them that often, specifically because of this trick. All right, so first let's dirty up said tortillon. Dirty it up, dirty it up, dirty it up, dirty it up. And so what you do is you get an eraser and then you just rub the tortillon on the eraser and it pretty much cleans off everything. And boom, there we have it. She's looking good and fresh. Now this next trick is actually something that I accidentally stumbled upon when making one of my videos. Actually, let me start off by saying that buying tortillons can be kind of expensive. Like, you know, they only come in like a 3 or 4 pack and you have to keep buying them over and over again. Or, you know, maybe you live in like a super small town like I did back in college and have no access to anywhere near these. But a great alternative to blending tools are eyeshadow applicators. These things work so good. So look at here. So with a blending tool, you blend it out and get something that looks really similar to this. But with an eyeshadow packet, it works almost, if not better, than an actual blending tool. Check this out. Look at this, look at this, look here. Oh yeah, you see that? Look how smooth that is, especially when you compare it to the blending tool. And yeah, almost immediately, right off the bat, you can see like how much more smooth this one is and how well it works in comparison. And given I got 20 of these for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And alternatively, if inspiration hits right now, what you can do is use whoa, that did not work. Cut and swabs. And honestly, these work so good too. Watch this, check it out. Boom. I think these are some really great alternatives that you definitely should try out. Even if you do have access to a blending tool, why not try out some of these? You know, get some different textures going. Okay, so now for this next tip, you're definitely gonna wanna go hit up a Walmart for this one. And this one is mainly for my people out there who live in a very small town who just might not have access to a Hobby Lobby or craft store. Or, you know, any kind of store that has specialty paper. But every Walmart usually has some kind of poster board for hella cheap. So what I'm about to teach you is how to turn this everyday poster board into drawing paper. So of course I already have it folded in half. I'm gonna cut it in half. And you'll end up with a piece of paper like this that has a shiny side and a matte side. And if you guys notice, this paper is actually very thick. So what you're gonna do to turn it into drawing paper is basically scrape off that whole entire shiny layer with sandpaper. Okay, and then 30 seconds later, voila. You have some really thick, good quality artist paper to practice with or draw with that you might not normally be able to get anywhere else. Okay, so do you guys remember how earlier I said that Xabio arts blew my mind?
Gotcha, baby.
Well, this next trick is taken from none other than YouTuber Echo Gillette.
Hello, it's Echo.
And basically, she did a whole video on this, but I'm gonna cut it down for the sake of time. But the trick is, usually whenever you get crayons, they kind of leave like that texture to them. But in the video that she shows, there's a way to get rid of the texture and just leave pure opacity. All right, so basically we're just gonna color, and you're going to press as hard as you absolutely can just to apply as much pressure and color as possible. Okay, then we'll end up with something like this, and as you can see, there's like texture on it still. And for this trick, it may be a little pricey because you are gonna have to go to Hobby Lobby and get a tool for it. I'll edit out your hand, don't worry. Oh my god. Specifically, one of these art tools in here, this little guy right here. Now what you're gonna do is lightly scrape off that whole entire top layer. And you'll end up with this really beautiful and smooth textured crayon. And guys, I'm just a newbie when it comes to this. If you look at Echo's, ooh, she did such a good job. The texture is absolutely out of this world. And yeah, it's just like a really great way to like amp up your crayons, try a new texture, and not have so much like waxy residue all over. And now finally, we have made it to the very last tip, and this one is for my oil painters out there. And usually when you go to a craft store like Hobby Lobby or something like that to get the paint thinner, it's usually way out of price budget. And basically it's just like this little bottle of odorless mineral spirits for a lot of money. But alternatively, you can go to Walmart, and this is only if you're over 18. You can go to Walmart and pick up a big old thing of odorless mineral spirits for literally half or a third of the price. I like this brand specifically because it's made for indoors, it's made for oil-based paints, and it has a low odor. So yeah, definitely go check out your hardware store and see what they have. And if not, it's great for at least just cleaning your brushes. Guys, I'm just gonna be real here. I forgot to film an outro, and plus I look butt ugly right now. I'm not even wearing pants. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these tricks, and yeah, with that being said, guys, I will see you next video. Bye!